Right off the bat, I saw a bike, a refrigerator, a gun, a dining table, a human torso, a pair of soccer cleats, a bass guitar. I mean, it was just astounding, really.
Hey everyone, I'm Propeller Penny, and this is Creepy Backstories, the show where we get to hear first-hand accounts of how the Heartstopper's creepy characters became creepy. Our guest today took an ill-fated plunge into the East River during an NYC Ferry accident. With her toxin-ravaged skin and radiant-stained hair, she joins us to share her story of treasures, transformation, and why she chose to live out her life as an underwater river dweller. East River Esther, thank you so much for being here.
Thanks for having me, Penny.
Well, let's dive right in.
See what you did there.
Yeah, had to. How did Esther become East River Esther?
Well, yeah, I'll start with the NYC Ferry, as you just mentioned. As many New Yorkers like to do on a nice day, I chose to take the NYC Ferry. I was going from LIC to Manhattan. Well, at least that was the plan.
LIC being Long Island City.
Oh, yes, that's right. Hunters Point South, if we're getting specific. So yeah, I was one of the last few to board the boat, and so I wasn't able to get a seat up top, the upper level where they have like the cool outdoor seating. But my babysitter and we chose to go up there anyway and just stand near the sides. I mean, we did that all the time. It's a pretty normal way to ride the ferry. But what was not normal was the giant massive wake that smashed into the ferry just minutes after we left the dock.
Tell me more about the moment the wake hit the boat.
Yeah, so I remember the sun was shining, the wind was blowing, it was picturesque, and I remember thinking to myself, oh, this is a nice group of passengers. Nobody was loud or obnoxious, which is kind of rare in New York City. And ironically, as I'm kind of having this thought to myself, all of a sudden, I heard this incredibly loud smashing sound, and I felt the ferry rise up out of the water, and of course, that means it came crashing down. And next thing I know, I'm flying off the side of the boat and plunging headfirst into the East River.
Oh, wow, so you plunge into the river. What was that like?
Well, you'd think it'd be kind of scary, but it actually wasn't. I mean, the water itself was cold, it was dark, a little murky at first, but because I was flung into the river with such momentum, I plunged right down to the bottom. And, once I got my bearings, I was able to just calmly assess the situation. I took a look around, and I was shocked at what I saw.
Well, what did you see down there, Esther?
Oh, that's like, what didn't I see? There was stuff everywhere. Right off the bat, I saw a bike, a refrigerator, a gun, a dining table, a human torso, a pair of soccer cleats, a bass guitar. I mean, it was just astounding, really.
That's quite the list. So, you've got your bearings at the bottom of the river. What do you do next?
Well, instinctually, I just swam up to the surface. I popped my head up out of the water, and I could see that I had drifted a ways from the ferry.
Yeah, where was the ferry? Did they stop to search for you, or...?
Yeah, it appeared that's what was happening. I mean, there were life rings floating in the river, Coast Guard, helicopters flying around. I mean, I'm assuming all of that was for me, but I was really more so interested in just going back underwater to see what else was down there.
Really? So... would you say you didn't want to be found?
Yes and no. I mean, I wasn't really thinking that hard about it all. I just really wanted to get back underwater and see what else I could find.
Okay. So you popped your head out of the water, assessed the scene. What happens next?
Well, I took a deep breath and just dove back down. I got to the bottom and just started gliding all around through the water, finding this, finding that. It just felt like I had started this, insane treasure hunt. And after a good amount of time passed, I realized I never went back up to the surface to get air.
Oh.
Yeah. So in that time that I was treasure hunting, I transformed into a new version of myself.
Wow, and how did that make you feel?
It was great. I mean, it was also a surprise, not having to stop to go up for air was good during the treasure hunting. I felt like I had just kind of stumbled upon a new way of living.
Okay, so you have your new existence in a new underwater environment. How do you spend your time, Esther?
No surprise, I treasure hunt most of the time. I mean, there's always something new to find. I mean, people just keep throwing stuff into the river for some reason. But also, I spend time with this really sweet family of eels. They just kind of took me in. They saw that I wasn't the usual aquatic animal they're used to seeing, and they just showed me the ropes of the river.
Oh, right, like we didn't even talk about the aquatic life in the river.
Yeah, there's so many lovely species down there. I mean, you have a ton of fish, like bass and flounder. There's seahorses, crabs, clams, oysters, jellyfish, and there's even dolphin these days. And I kid you not, I have said hi to a small humpback whale. You know, because like the river's relation to the Atlantic Ocean.
Okay, yeah, so it's interesting because in doing my research for this interview, I discovered that the East River isn't technically a river at all. It's a saltwater tidal estuary.
Estuary?
I think that's how you pronounce it.
I think so.
It's like a mix of freshwater and saltwater.
And something I learned fairly quickly is that this body of water is controlled by tides from the Atlantic Ocean. And so the water level and even the direction of the river's flow can change with the ocean tides.
Right, whereas a river is constantly moving in one direction.
We're so smart.
Totally agree. Now, one thing I wanted to ask you about, Esther, is the cleanliness of the river. What are your thoughts?
Oh, well, I mean, it is in better shape now than maybe, say, 5 or 6 years ago, hence, like, the dolphins showing up. But I would still call it pretty disgusting. There are pesticides, bacteria, human-made chemicals, sewage, and, like, all sorts of other toxins that really just shouldn't be there.
Well, how do you feel about living in such a toxic environment?
Personally, the only thing those toxins really affect is my flesh and skin. I mean, like, as you can see, like, pockets of my skin have been eaten away by the toxins in the river, like, leaving these bloody lesions. And my eyes also ooze some kind of, like, unknown dark fluid. In fact, I didn't realize how scary I looked until I took a little trip above, back on land.
Oh, what happened?
I was missing the city, and I thought, you know what, I'm gonna go up and just take a little walk into Manhattan. But wow, when I got up there, people saw me, they screamed, they gasped, they ran quickly into the opposite direction. I mean, like, I really scared them. I mean, I'm totally fine with how I look. I think the lesions are kind of unique and cool. So I sparingly go back up on land.
Well, how often is sparingly?
Well, there's one time of year I really enjoy going back up on land. It's the time of year when the city glows with jack-o'-lanterns and the crisp fall air carries the scent of caramel apples and chimney smoke. The streets become packed with characters who look just as scary as I do, and people don't scream in terror when they see me. No, it's the opposite. It's the night of the year when I receive round after round of applause just for walking down the street. It's Halloween night.
East River Esther, thank you so much for sharing your transformation story.
Oh, Penny, it's been an honor. Thank you.